Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a new Doctor Who review. Now, if you already watched my review on the big finished story, Terror of the Santarans, you know this review is going to come out next. And it is on the Black Guardian trilogy. Now, a little bit of information before I get into this actual review. Now, the Black Guardian trilogy is part of Doctor Who Season 20. It's one of the big things about Season 20 that makes it absolutely great. Not many people like Season 20, but I absolutely enjoy it. We've got Arc of Infinity, which I absolutely enjoy. We have Snake Dance, which is the return of the Mara. The Black Guardian trilogy, which is the return of the Black and White Guardians that we see in the Tom Baker era in season 16, as well as we see the return of the Master in the following story, and then the Five Doctors. So rewatching this trilogy lately, it brings back a lot of great memories, because I remember watching all of these stories on VHS growing up, and unfortunately I don't really own them anymore on VHS. Apart from, if I've got, do I owe one on VHS? No, I don't. Yeah, I don't really owe any on VHS at the moment, which is such a shame, isn't it? It's such a shame I got rid of half of my VHSs when I was growing up. Wishing I never did it now. So, the Black Guardian trilogy. It comes with 3 great stories and over 12 parts, really. It's like a 12-part epic. But it contains over 3 stories. We have some great stuff in it. We have some fantastic stuff in it. We have the introduction story to Tarlo, who becomes the 5th Doctor's newest companion. We have the departure of Nyssa in this trilogy as well. As well, we see the very last appearance of the Black Guardian. Now, unfortunately, the Black Guardian, I'm one of the ones that think he needs to make his return, because he said, even though the White Guardians turned and said, "You have defeated the Black Guardian once before, Doctor. Now you defeat him again, and he will be waiting for the 3rd time, Doctor." And he has never come across the Doctor ever again, not even into modern Doctor Who. So I think it's about time the Black Guardian returns. So, containing over 3 great stories. So the first story we have is known as Maureen Undead, which was broadcast from the 1st to the 9th of February 1983. So here is the Maureen Undead's DVD cover, as you can see. Again, we have some great stuff in this. We have some great cliffhangers, as well as some other personal matters. I mean, we are re-seen to the Brigadier once more, who basically ends up getting sacked after he meets himself. So he ends up knocking himself out because of sort of temporal schisms, or could have created a paradox, really. Now, I actually enjoy the story. I don't like the way it opens up when it just pictures Tarlo sitting in the Brigadier's car, showing off, and he's there talking to the Black Guardian, and the Black Guardian goes, "You must kill the most entire evil person in the universe. He calls himself the Doctor." Yeah, I'm not too keen on that opening bit of the Black Guardian trilogy, but it's still very much an okay trilogy. It's actually great. The 4-part story is great. I think Maldrin, who is one of the people that the Doctor comes across. Well, while the Doctor is stuck in 1983, the TARDIS is travelled back in time to 1977. So the Doctor goes across with the Brigadier. Now, a little bit of story that none of you might have known. This story was actually supposed to be written for the return of Ian Chesterton, but the actor who played Ian couldn't make it back, so they had to change the script. They had to change the character from Ian down to the Brigadier. So we kind of had to swap it for the Ian to the Brigadier, and the Brigadier becomes a teacher. I really think it would have worked a lot better with Ian. So when the Doctor's... Imagine Ian forgetting all his memory about the Doctor, and the Doctor's there talking to Ian about it, and then you see all the memories from the first 2 seasons of Doctor Who come back, and he remembers the Doctor, who says, "You're not the Doctor." I would love to see Ian just to come back. Now, also, the Black Guardian trilogy has some great stuff, and then when you have that massive cliffhanger, you don't understand, if I help them, it'd be the end as me as a Time Lord. I really enjoy that cliffhanger. And I love the fact when that Maldrin tries to manipulate the Doctor, because when he tries to leave with Tegan and Nyssa helping Maldrin in the times before, they end up picking up the deceased he's carrying. And they end up going to like deceased, and then the Doctor goes back in time. They end up going back to children. So the deceased does, it really just damaged their nacelle, their bodies. It's another great story, this is, because it's just one of the best stories out of season 20. I love the fact that the Black Guardian is just literally there trying to get Tarlo to kill the Doctor. And you have it, do it now, boy! Do it now! And then he just gets that cliffhanger and then... Psh, I really enjoy that bit of the cliffhanger. Maureen Undead, it's not the best part of the trilogy, but I really enjoy it. I think that it's... How can I actually say this without trying to offend people that like it? It's good. It's one of the best stories in the trilogy. I prefer Enlightenment to this story. Although I think it's a lot better than Terminus. Terminus, I'm not really too keen on. The only thing I like about it is that it's the departure story to Nyssa. Because Nyssa was one of my favourite companions. But the thing is, though, I really think in season 19 and 20, she didn't really have much to do. Specifically with Adric in the TARDIS. And off she went, and it went down to 3. Because Tarlo joins the TARDIS in the previous story, which means the Doctor's got 3 companions. And then it went back down to 2 companions. Now, the next story, as I just mentioned, it is Terminus. Now, the Black Guardian is ordering Tarlo to try and rip the heart out of the TARDIS. So Tarlo is there, and it ends up malfunctioning. And it ends up something locking on to the actual Terminus at the course of the universe. We have a lot of things going on. We have a deadly disease. Nyssa comes infected, but she is cured. So she literally turns around to the Doctor, saying, I'm not coming with you. And the Doctor and Tegan are there horrified, and the Doctor goes, why? She goes, I can do so much more here, Doctor. I can help. I can try and find a cure that fully works. So Nyssa leaves to go and find a cure, where the Doctor has to stay with Tegan and Tarlo, and it goes into the next story. There's not really much to say about Terminus, because it's just not one of that episodes that excite me as much. It's not one I like to keep me going back to rewatch. Out of the trilogy, I normally go back and rewatch Maureen Undead or Enlightenment, but I don't really care for Terminus. It's just not as a great big doozy. I really would have liked it if Nyssa left at the end of the Black Guardian trilogy instead of in the middle of it, but you can't help what happens. So the third and final story is known as Enlightenment. Now, there are 2 versions of this. You have the original 4 parts and the brand new special edition version of it. So I'm going to talk about the 2 difference in these 2 releases. You got the special edition and the normal version, but you literally got them like the original 4 parts and special edition. So the one thing I want to say about the special edition that I liked the original is that the new effects. The new effects make it look 100% great. It gives it a cinematic version of it, because when they put it in the Xbox, 4 parts 1 to 4, it goes like to the short screen. And then when I put the special edition to watch the movie version of it, it literally went widescreen, and it is absolutely great. I love the new special effects they did for it. I love the fact it's a great story. I even love the original 4 parts, because I think that's interesting as well. And the fact is, we actually have the actress who plays I can't remember her name. Yeah, I can't remember her name. It's the one that does the one that did a couple of years ago, well, ages ago, Come Outside. Do you know the one that plays with the dog Pimpin, something like that? I can't remember the actress's name. She's in this story, and she gives a great performance. She really is a wicked, evil character, and it's absolutely enjoyable. I do love her performance in the story. And now, I like the bit when you see the Black Guardian trying to kill Tarlo, when he's like struggling and saying, "You have failed me, boy. I will make you suffer for failing me. The Doctor is still alive. I've watched you. You could have had your chance to kill the Doctor." Now, the reason that you might want to know why the Black Guardian wants to kill the Doctor, because the Doctor stopped the Black Guardian from getting his hands onto the key to time way back in season 16. Even though the Black Guardian pretends to be the White Guardian in that story, and the Doctor goes, "You must think I am colourblind between the difference between the White and the Black Guardian." I absolutely do like that bit in the Armageddon Factor. I absolutely do like the fact that Tarlo is there given the opportunity to have enlightenment, because the Doctor says, "No, I don't want it." And the mind-reading aliens, the Internals, I think they are quite good as well. I would like to see them to return to Doctor Who. because they can read people's minds, and they find out about the TARDIS when the Doctor and Tegan are talking about the TARDIS, so they literally hide it in the Doctor's mind. So when the Doctor tries to get it back, and they go, "You have to look deep into your mind, Doctor," and the Doctor just goes that and opens his eyes, and the TARDIS is there, and he goes on board to try and rescue Tarlo. Again, I absolutely like this, but when I would have thought the Doctor would have been angry to find out he's had a spy for the Black Guardian all this time. And it doesn't really affect him. The Doctor just when he goes to Tyler goes to him, "I didn't want no part of it," and the Doctor goes, "I believe you." And then Tegan just goes, "Are you mad?" Tyler agrees to kill the Doctor. He tries to break the deal a couple of times, and he can't do it. And the Black Guardian punches Tyler, where the Fifth Doctor just goes, "That's okay, you're still my friend." But I have known people that has betrayed the Doctor, and the Doctor just loses their temper with them. Like Adam Mitchell, when he upset the Ninth Doctor by giving the information about him and the TARDIS, when he literally does that thing. That's the one personal experience I can say. Because out of all the Doctor's companions, I think Tarlo's betrayal, working for the Black Guardian, would have upset him, and the Doctor would just literally left him there. But this is the Fifth Doctor, so I can't really say much. If it was with Tom Baker or John Pertwee, I really think they would have had something to proper tell Tarlo. If it was even with William Hartnell's Doctor, and I think William Hartnell's Doctor would have done a lot more than Davison's Doctor would have done. But I really enjoyed this story. I think Tarlo got away lightly, and when the Doctor says, "Where's he now?" and Tarlo goes, "I want to go back to my home planet." "Yeah, okay, I'll take you back to your home planet." What? He just... Ugh. That's the one thing about it. So the Black Guardian as a trilogy, it's not one of the best trilogies. I mean, out of the 1980s, out of the two trilogies we got, with the Black Guardian and the E-Space trilogy, I have to say I prefer the E-Space trilogy to the Black Guardian trilogy. Do I like the Black Guardian trilogy? Don't get me wrong, I like it. It's one of the best parts of season 20. The weak story in season 20, I have to say, is Arc of Infinity. But even though that was my very first Peter Davison story I ever watched, and we do have the nice bits of it filmed in Amsterdam, I have to say. Even the King's Demon, I think that's a bit weak as part of season 20. Where you got, I really think the upside of season 20 is Snake Dance, the Black Guardian trilogy with this, and of course the Five Doctors. So it's one of the reasons why I want season 20 out on Blu-ray, because even though we have the special edition, the BBC literally put new CGI effects on all of these stories. All of these stories have got brand new CGI effects. The Enlightenment, the CGI effects is on the special edition. Where Mordrin, Undead, and Tonas, it's all literally have to click on CGI effects on or off. So you can first pull it off, so you can watch the original special effects. Or if you put it on, you can watch the new special effects. I actually like that, for a fact, because this means this is one of the DVD trilogy, out of all the Doctor Who DVDs, this is the one where I think we get 3 DVDs in a row with brand new CGI effects. So I'm quite looking forward to owning this in Blu-ray in HD. What do you think of Doctor Who, The Black Guardian? Is it your favourite part of season 20? Is it your favourite Peter Davison story? Let me know. To be honest with you, I actually have to say I prefer the E-Space trilogy compared to the Black Guardian trilogy, because E-Space trilogy is a lot better than the Black Guardian trilogy, but I really think Tarlo had a more better introduction story than Adric did. So I can't really say more than that. Between E-Space and this one, I like the E-Space trilogy a lot more. This one I like because it's got Tarlo's introduction story. It has Nissa's... That's the thing though, between the 1980s, the difference between the E-Space trilogy and the Black Guardian trilogy is that the fact is that we have an introduction to a new companion, and we have a departure from a previous companion, where in E-Space trilogy we have Adric's introduction story, and then Romana and K9 leave at the end of the E-Space trilogy, where for the Black Guardian we've got Tarlo, and then we have Nissa leaving. So that's the one thing I can say about the John Nathan Turner's trilogy, the 2 trilogies with John Nathan Turner. Actually, you could say it was 3 because of the New Beginnings box set, but I have to say, between the 2, I actually have to say, I think the Black Guardian trilogy has a better departure story for Nissa, where Warrior's Gate is a little bit of a letdown for Romana. But then, of course, we have Adric's departure, like Adric's, we have when we have the introduction story to Tala in this and the introduction story to Adric, I really prefer Tala's introduction story to Adric. I really can't say out the two trilogies, which are my personal favourites. At the moment, I have to say it's E-Space because I actually enjoy E-Space. I like the first story, Full Circle. State of Decay, I absolutely love because that is a great vampire episode. I normally watch that around about Halloween as well. There will be a video coming out of what stories, my five favourite stories to watch around about Halloween. And surprise, you might be know, half of them are Tom Baker's stories. So keep an eye out for that video. Thank you for watching this video. Please do like, subscribe and share. And let me know what you think of the Black Guardian trilogy. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. And join me tomorrow for more Doctor Who content videos.